Sab, I've just had a realization.
What?
Oh, no!
What?
I don't think it was recording your audio this entire time.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Are you serious?
I'm serious because.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I am being so dead ass right now. I'm
gonna kill myself. What the fuck?
Dude, I looked. I was so distracted by seeing your bar pop up that I thought it was recording the audio. But I just realized
damn.
I didn't have the Discord thing recording. Or the Discord, so it was that hour that we just did.
Are you kidding me, bro?
I wish I was. The hour that we just did.
Gone.
You could hear me, but they can't hear you.
This is fucked up. This is what I mean. The universe has a fucking vendetta, bro.
No. Yeah, no. And I'm just fucking stupid. That too, but.
Nah, that was the universe's doing.
I mean, we could just start the podcast at that and just find something to talk about again for another hour. Okay, wait, if we're doing that, I'm blowing my nose. Here, Sam,
blow your nose.
You take over the podcast. We are starting this episode at me being like, Sab, I just had a realization.
What the fuck? Okay.
I'm making guys.
I'm Sab, and we've been recording for an hour, except we weren't recording. Only Sam's part got recorded.
Only my voice. Only my voice.
During Pride Month, Sam.
I know.
During Pride Month, the last day of Pride Month. I'm so pissed. We talked about so much shit.
We talked about fears. We talked about the ocean. We talked about the incident. Oh, Jesus. Okay,
that we refer to in our friendship.
Yep.
I'm so pissed, guys. This is fucked up. Where's oh yeah, I have to take over apparently. Hi, I'm Sab. I use she her pronouns and all of it's gone. It was never there. It just Sam's part is recorded, not mine. This is fucked. This is fucked. Bro, I've been sitting here for an hour talking. Thought we were gonna be done by now. Oh my god. During Pride Month. This is fucking awful. Sam, come back.
I'm so mentally okay. I'm so prepared for this.
It's so fucked because like I had a few thoughts for clips that we could take from this episode, and
now it's fucked. And now it's gone. Oh god. Okay, you know what? It's fine.
It's fine.
What a great way to start our comeback. It's with an hour of footage gone.
Huh. What are we gonna talk about now, Sam?
I don't know. But hi everybody, welcome to I almost said doobies in a two bees in a pod. My name's Sam. I use she, they pronouns. And I'm joined with my co-host.
I already said my name, Sam. I already said it.
You already know her.
You already know me.
You already know her.
It's Sam.
And we are a mess.
We are a fucking mess right now.
More me, though, because my dumbass was like, oh, bars moving. Bars move. Sound.
That means it's recording.
Sound. So, you can hear Sab now. That's always a plus.
Are we sure? Are we
yes.
Like 100%?
I am 100% sure. You can hear Sab now.
We haven't been here in a while. It's been a year. It's been over a year.
Holy fuck! I feel like I'm like living in a loop because we just talked about this an hour ago. Yeah, no, we've been gone for a bit. We took a break for mental health reasons. At first it was Sab, you had stuff going on.
Yeah.
And you were like, I need a break. And then when you were like, I feel better, let's come back, I was like, haha, guess what? Surprise! My mental's in the drain. So that's not happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're back. Now we're back and better than ever. Question mark?
Questionable.
Yeah, maybe.
Mentally, I guess we're a little bit better.
Yeah, we're a little bit better than a year ago, but
Yeah.
so much.
We're older.
We're older.
Probably tell because my voice is so deep now.
we've hit puberty, guys. Don't worry. We're older. I've moved, so Sabrina and I can like hang out more now because we're not like hours away from each other. So that's great.
Great. Yeah.
Like I said an hour ago, we were gonna film an in-person episode of the podcast, but then we just got very stoned, and that was then off the table.
I was still down. We totally could have. I mean, our first episode was a drunk episode, so.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, and that's still on the table
because we
were like, we've done a drunk episode, we should do a high episode because that's funny.
It's Canada.
It's Canada. It's legal.
Canadians. And we are of legal age. We are of legal. Do not do alcohol or marijuana or cigarettes underage, please.
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't do it underage.
Don't do it.
Only in game, like we did. Only in game.
Only in game. That's the only time you can do it. But yeah, we out here. That's all I have to really say about that. We out here.
This is so messy. It's fine. It happens.
Do we want to tell the incident again?
Sure, let's talk about the incident.
The incident.
Okay. Wait, but like, how are we gonna transition the incident now? It was such a smooth transition before.
Well, it was one of the things that happened in the last year that we weren't doing a podcast.
No, this is before, no?
Was it before? Was it before? Actually, I don't know.
I think it was earlier on in the year.
Okay, wait, you talk about the incident. I'm gonna see if I can find the clip. Because we have it.
Okay.
Oh! You went robotic!
What?
What is happening? Or is it only my headset? Maybe it's only my headset. Oh my god!
Am I still robotic? What the fuck's
yes,
happening? Did you change my voice or something?
Okay, it was just my headset. It was just my. Oh my god. I'm fighting demons on this episode, bro. Okay, for context, right. I have a Bluetooth headset, and sometimes it just decides to go crazy. Why? I don't know. And so sometimes the audio just goes robotic, and it gives me no warning. It'll be fine 1 second, and then really bad the next. And so Sab just went super robotic on my end, but I didn't know if it was Discord freaking out or my headset. Surprise! It was my headset.
Discord does that a lot too.
Oh yeah, no, Discord does that all the time. But now that incidents, yeah. Now that my inner demons have been fought and you're no longer a robot, you can talk about the incident. I'll see if I can.
It's subsided for now.
Yeah.
Right. Last year, we decided, hey, let's play a drinking game over Discord because what else are we gonna do, right? So I found this game. Basically, you take a deck of cards, everyone picks a card. Oh, this game's meant for like 5+ people, by the way. You take a deck of cards, you pick up a card, whoever has the lowest card, they have to take a shot, right? And there's only 2 of us, right? And I was drinking hard liquor. I was drinking whiskey. I had Jack Daniels with me.
I found the clip of the vape.
I'm an alcohol enjoyer. I like my liquor, right? So I kept losing and losing and losing. And I had to take, I don't even know how many shots. Eventually, I threw up. For the first time in my life,
on Discord
from alcohol.
On Discord, I witnessed it. I was just barely tipsy. I was drinking Summersby. I don't like liquor.
I had a good, like, I had 2 bottles of Jack because one was Jack Honey. Can't recommend that enough. But it was like half a bottle of like a full-size Jack Daniels and like another half of the Jack Honey, and then I had 2 Summersbys as well.
You had a lot.
Well, I need a lot. So, but like, I was knocking the shots back because I just kept losing. So I threw up on my desk. And you can take it from here. I don't remember much.
I witnessed that. Like, I just remember being at my computer.
3 times. 3
Yeah,
times.
no, 3 times. It happened multiple times. And I remember just being at my computer and like you to be fair, you gave me a bit of a warning. You're like, I don't feel good. And I was like, Sab, get a trash can. You're like, I don't feel good. I was like, Sab, please get a trash can.
It was too far.
It was at your feet, was it not?
No, it wasn't at my feet. It was like next to me. Like where it is now is where it was.
But, okay.
Yeah, so I needed some time to get it. I didn't have that in me.
But yeah, and so I remember just seeing you just like hunch over your desk and then you just vomit all over your desk.
It was. I have a placemat at my desk because I like to eat at my desk, and it was fucking ruined, dude. Like there was no salvaging it. I tried cleaning it like 5-6 times.
Yeah.
And all I could smell was vomit. It was so fucking bad. I had to throw that away.
Yeah.
It was awful. I woke up the next day severely hungover, and I had like maybe like 4 hours of sleep, not even.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I have to clean this up before anyone fucking notices.
Before anyone sees.
Before anyone sees, like, I need to fucking clean this shit up, bro. And I was like hungover. I threw up again in the morning, but this time I was able to make it to the toilet because I was sober. But, like, I was like, what the fuck, bro? This is awful. This is awful.
And I remember I felt so bad because, like, because I was like, shit,
me.
I couldn't help you. I was like, fuck, like, I can't do anything. We are hours away from each other. I can't, like, help you clean up or, like, make sure you don't get in trouble, shit like that. Which is funny because, like, a couple days ago, I had an exact repeat of that situation. I was playing drinking games with my internet friends, and one of them got sick and threw up. And I was like, fuck! Like, how am I?
It's your fault, Sam. You have the curse.
Yeah, apparently I'm cursed
because
with drinking games.
Up until that point, I had never, ever thrown up. Ever.
I don't know about my friend either. I don't know if he's ever thrown up either, but, like...
he seems like a lightweight. I wouldn't be surprised. Sorry, guy.
But yeah, no, apparently I'm a curse when it comes to drinking games over Discord because I have a record of people just throwing up when they're playing drinking games with me. And I'm a lightweight or lightish weight. I like consider myself like a midweight. I don't know. Yeah. It all depends on what I'm drinking. Yeah.
And like I can handle my fucking liquor. I can handle my liquor. And that was a lot.
No, exactly. And
it was a lot.
And my favorite part of all of this is I think this was actually, was this before you threw up? It looks like it was. I have the video pulled up on my other monitor. Well, yeah.
It was before.
It was before.
Because, like, my placemat's still there.
Oh yeah, because you were eating the chips, and that's what made you sick.
By the way, I have noticed if I am drinking liquor and I am eating chips, it's inevitable that I'm gonna throw up.
It's like mixing like Coke with those, what are those mint candies called?
Oh shit.
What are they called? Mentos. It's like mixing Coke with Mentos. It's chips and liquor.
I don't know why. I can eat everything else, but if I eat chips, that's why every time I drink now, I'm like, hey, do not let me eat chips.
Which was another thing, because you told me that, and I was like, and you were like, I'm kind of hungry, and I was like, oh, what are you gonna get? And you're like, chips. And I was like, Sab, you shouldn't do that. And you're like, but there's nothing.
Drunk me knows that this is gonna fuck me up. Does drunk me care? No. Self-sabotaging right there. Which is totally different from like high Sab, because high Sab looks out for me.
High Sab is a homie. Drunk Sab
this is why being stoned is so much better than being drunk. I'm saying it right now. Maturing is realizing marijuana is better.
But those, like, that 24-hour period of us playing the drinking game in the aftermath was so funny because, like, you referred to yourself as, like, two completely separate beings. Because I remember, like, drunk you was like, sober Sab's gonna be so pissed at me. And then,
Which she was.
She
I
was.
refer to myself in, like degrees of intoxicated. Because,
yeah.
Drunk Sab is a different being. High Sab is a different being. Stoned Sab, or that's the same thing. Sorry, sober Sab is a different being.
Yeah,
and then I have to refer to myself like that.
And then the next morning, you were like, "Fucking drunk Sab is an idiot. Why did she do this?
Why did she do this, bro?"
but one of the funniest things that happened that night before it went to shit and you threw up all over your desk was that Sab lost her vape. Her vape is just like a black, like, normal looking vape.
It's a stealth. It's a black stealth.
Yeah. And so I remember I was sitting at my desk and you're like, "Sam, I can't find my vape." And I was like, "Oh, you had it like not like only a couple of minutes ago. Like, how did you lose it?" And you're like, "I don't know."
Not up at any point or anything.
And so it got to the point where I was like, "Okay, like, show me your desk. Let me see if I can see it." And so you kind of bend your laptop screen down and I can see your placemat. I can see your mic. I can see, like, there's something glowing to the side. I can see all the cards and stuff. And I'm, like, really looking at your mic stand because your mic stand's one that, like, it has, like, three kind of,
it's like a tripod.
It's like a tripod. It has legs to it. And I'm like,
yeah.
One of these legs are looking a little a little wonky. And so I have the video here and you put your camera down. For some reason I'm sitting on the ground. I don't know why I'm sitting on the ground. You can only see the top of my head.
I remember why. It's because you were so fucking done with the shit that I was saying. You were laughing and, like, slid off your chair.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why I was sitting on the ground. And, like, you move the chip bag and everything. You, like, push the laptop. And the only reason, I just realized the only reason I knew that was it was because you pushed it moved.
Yeah.
It slid off. And so the vape was in front of Sam the entire time because you leaned it up. In front of me. You leaned it up against your mic stand, and I remember being like, "Sab, is that it right there?" And you were like, "This," and then picked it up.
I picked it up, and I was like, "This?"
You picked it up, and you put it at the camera, and you were like, "This?" I was like, "Yes."
I was like, "Oh,
vape."
Thanks, Sam.
I'm watching the video right now. This is so fucking funny.
I go back to that video a lot, actually. It's one of my favorite moments of myself.
At this part of the video, I could probably maybe try and include it, but at this part of the video, you're, like, looking down, staring at the vape. You're holding the chip bag in the air because you didn't want it on the desk. And then you, like, kind of look at it for a second and you're like this. You grabbed it, and it wasn't even like you were, like, playing some kind of joke. Like, you fully grabbed it, being like, "Was it this? Like, is it this?" Yeah.
That was a good moment. That was funny.
That was so good. Oh, but yeah, the incident.
Yeah. We just refer to it as the incident.
The incident.
And your roommates know too. The first time, I went to Sam's place, like, for the first time for Christmas, and met all your roommates, and then I don't remember who it was. Was it?
It might have been Cole.
I think it was Cole.
Yeah.
And we were drinking, and we asked, like, if we had, like, harder liquor or something, and he's like, "Oh, are you the friend that threw up on your desk?" And I was like, "You told them?" I was like, "What the fuck, bro?
Why'd you gotta do me like that?
You gotta throw me under the bus like that?"
No, see,
I can't handle my alcohol or something.
No, the incident for me is funny looking back on it now, but in the moment I was shitting bricks
Yeah.
Because I remember you were like, I have to clean up at this certain time. Like, remind
My
me
dad
to.
was home,
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
like, I need to like
I need to
stop.
clean up. Yeah. And I was like, I remember, like, I kept telling you, I'm like, Sab, it's an hour away. Sab, it's a half hour away. Like, you should really clean up. And
Yeah.
I tried playing a game with you. I was like,
Really?
yeah, no, I was like, who do you think can clean up faster? And you're like, me. And I was like, oh yeah, let's see. Ready, go. And then you just like, you didn't do anything. You're like, I don't want to do this. And I was like, fuck, I don't know how else to get you to clean up your room.
Yeah.
But I remember you told me you're like, set an alarm to wake me up if I'm not awake by then. And so I remember like right before the alarm went off, you texted me and you were like, what the fuck? And I was like, uh-oh. Sam's awake.
What the fuck, bro? I distinctly remember I woke up. I woke up naked, by the way. I was very confused as to why I was naked. but then I remembered that I had throw up on my clothes a little bit, and I was like, fuck this, I'm not cleaning this right now. I woke up and I like sat up and I was fine. I took a breath and just went, ow, what the fuck is that? I had the worst fucking hangover. It was like, I don't think I've ever been that hangover. Like, since. Like, I've had my hangovers, but like that was fucking it was my first one too. So maybe that's it. But like, I just remember I was like, what the fuck? What time is it? I need to get all of this shit cleaned up. What the fuck?
Yeah.
There's shit everywhere. I kept dropping stuff in my room. Like, even the next day, I don't know if I told you, my dad was like, what was all of that noise? Like, you like you kept dropping stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes. Sorry. I did not mean to. My bad. Like, ooh.
Yeah, my bad.
No, but like, I can only imagine how like weird it would have been. Stressful, but also like weird to just wake up. You're just naked and you're like, what the fuck happened? And then you look over and your desk is just covered in throw up. It's like, what do I do?
I had to like air out my room.
Oh god. Yeah.
It was
I feel like I would. I was gonna say, I'm like, hopefully, yeah. No, but oh my god, I was so worried. I'm like, I hope that smell comes out, because like it was
good. It was fine.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I've been to your house since then. Your room does not smell like barf, but if it still smelled like barf by the time that I went over to your house, because that was like what, like almost a year over.
My house for the first time. I showed her my room. She's like, "Is this the desk?"
Yeah, that's what they said. I'm like, is this the...
Fuck. Yeah.
I forgot I said that. No, because that's just like, that's like a, you know, when you think of like historical events, that's like, yeah, that's what happened in like
this is our historical event.
Yeah, our canon event is playing a drinking game on Discord and Sab throwing up all over her desk. Holy fuck. That was like I said, in the moment I was terrified. I thought you were going to be so mad at me because I didn't stop you from drinking. Yeah. But like now I'm like, no, that was funny. Yeah. Now that it's worked out.
Mad either way, because it's not your fault, and also what can you do to fucking control me? You're literally in a different place.
Yeah, I'm in a whole different city, hours away. Yeah. No, the reason why I was afraid that you were going to get, like, mad at me or something was because you were, like, well, you just kept being, you're like, this isn't fair, and I was like, I don't know how to improve this, I don't know. But
you know what you should have done? You should have purposely gotten the small cards.
The small cards? What do you mean?
Like if we kept playing, you should have just, like, gotten the oh no I lost and like show like
yeah true
and take a small sip from your Summersby, your weak ass
my weak ass Summersby. But yeah, honestly
it was also, you know what, it was fucking rigged from the start, Sam. It's not fair. I had hard liquor and you were drinking coolers.
I was drinking coolers. Man, fuck liquor. I hate taking shots. I'll only take a shot if it's like I have something to chase it with. But to be fair, when I say have something to chase it with, I usually just end up chasing it with alcohol anyway.
That's what I do. I'm not a chaser. I think chasing's for the weak. But if I am chasing, sorry, am I? No. If I am chasing with more alcohol, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because, like, some people are like, what? Like, you want, like, you're chasing with alcohol? Like, what the fuck? But it's like, the alcohol I'm chasing it with is sugary, so it gets rid of the gross aftertaste of liquor that I don't like.
I'm drinking more alcohol per alcohol. Listen, I'm here to have a good time, not waste my time. All right? I need to be efficient.
I need to use my time efficiently.
Exactly.
So if I'm not chasing my liquor with alcohol
for an hour.
yeah, I need to feel the after effects the next day.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I've only gotten that drunk once when I was camping. It's always when I was camping, and like we talked about this. You wouldn't have. Who would have thought an hour ago?
You guys wouldn't know because it's not there.
It's gone.
It's gone.
But no. Well, to be fair, the story that I told was from a different time, but the drunkest I ever got was last year when I went camping with my friends, because each time that my friends and I go camping, which has kind of become like a yearly tradition, it started in, I think it was the summer of grade 12. No, when was it? I think it was before we went into grade 12. Because it was before COVID. The first year was before COVID,
right?
And then the second year was during COVID, like it was during 2020, which I'm surprised we were able to do it, but it worked out. But we've done it like each year, and so last year we did it again. I think it was the 4th year we've done it, and every single time that we've gone, that we've been legally allowed to drink alcohol, because the first times that we did it, we weren't like the legal drinking age yet. And we thought about sneaking in alcohol, to be completely honest, we didn't. We thought about it, but then also, like, there's park rangers that, drive around the campsite at night to make sure everyone's, like, being safe. So, like, but, like, if we got caught, we would have been in so much shit, because it was a group of, like, 8 of us, and we were all underage. Like, it would have been bad.
To clarify, we have never, ever drank or done anything underage ever again, and we do not condone the use of underage substance abuse.
Exactly.
Only in game. Only in game.
Only in game. If you're gonna drink, do it when you legally can, because it's just they're there for a reason. But anyway, what's it called? So each time that we've gone, that we've legally been allowed to have alcohol and have brought it, we always do the same stupid fucking thing where we're like, we need to finish all the alcohol that's here. Like, we still have like a whole ass cooler. We can't bring this back. What? Bring back alcohol? No, we can't do that. We have to finish everything that we have. Do we ever finish it? No, but like,
bunch of pussies, bro. You need me to save the day.
To be fair, I think we did the best we've done was last year, probably. But last year was a bit different, because normally my friend who's in charge of the alcohol just gets like a bunch of coolers and like some weed. He kind of added a little spice to it and brought in a bottle of wine, white wine, and the only white wine that I will willingly drink.
Is it Kim Crawford?
Yeah, which you hated when you tried it.
So nasty, bro.
I loved it.
I like white wine, and Sam's like, "Oh, like this is a really good one. Like I like this one. Like this is the one that I can drink." And I was like, "All right, bet." Like we got that one. I took one sip, and I was like, "This tastes like fucking throw up. This is disgusting."
You hate which I don't understand, because Kim Crawford's white wine is like the only wine I will willingly drink. All other wine, if I have a sip of some other wine, it's because someone's like, "Here, you should try it," and I try it, and I'm like, "This shit's disgusting. I don't want to drink
white
it."
Wine too. Like I don't like red wine. I love white wine.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like red wine. I don't know. I think it's just the fact that like white wine being refrigerated just tastes better to me.
Yeah.
I just like cold drinks, but still.
That's so nasty to me though, bro. Kim Crawford.
I love it. Sorry, yeah. sponsor me, I guess. Give me free
Sponsor
wine, I'll
Sam.
drink it.
I'm okay. Jack Daniels, if you want to sponsor me, I'm here.
um, and so so my roommate brought Kim Crawford white wine, and then also I think Jack Daniels as well. No one was drinking the Jack Daniels, so he only he was the only one drinking it. He ended up passing out in front of his car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You told me this.
He got really sick from drinking so much liquor, threw up,
Yeah.
and then just fell asleep in front of his car in like t-shirts and pants. And we had a whole plan to try and move him to his tent because we were like, oh fuck,
There was
like
a picture too, right?
oh yeah, there's a picture. I
Yeah.
have a picture
You
of
showed me.
I have the picture of him sitting in front of his, like, lying down in his car sleeping, and it's like 1 a.m. And then I also have the screenshot of my roommate airdropping it to me because I thought it was so funny because it just said, "This person wants to airdrop you an image," and then it's just my roommate passed out drunk underneath his car.
Oh shit, sorry. Side note, I just realized that I have the bottle that did that to me. The incident.
Sorry, you saying it like that makes it sound so much worse. I have the bottle that did that to me.
It's in
I
my
have the
drawer.
perpetrator in my room right now. So oh,
Yeah.
did you just drop something?
No, yeah, I dropped my Vaseline.
I just heard like a brief shatter, and I was
It's
like,
fine,
"There it
it's fine,
goes,
okay.
the bottle, it's gone." But no, each year we have this ridiculous idea that we're gonna finish all the alcohol because we it's just not a plausible idea apparently in our camping brains that we can't bring shit back. And so I drank probably a half a bottle of wine, and then I just started chugging coolers, which I've come to realize that if you're drinking wine, you only drink wine. Don't drink
Yeah.
anything else. If you drink
It'll fuck you up a
wine
little bit.
and mix it up with other things, it fucks you up. To be
To
fair,
be fair, mixing a lot like mixing a bunch of booze like does not go well. Like I
Yeah.
don't understand how people can. First of all, I don't understand how people drink beer.
oh
Gross.
no, neither can I. I hate beer.
But I've noticed mixing beer with like literally any other drink is just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, But that's the thing though, because like I didn't throw up. The next morning I felt nauseous and I thought I was going to. I got pretty close, but I didn't throw up. But like the drunk I got from all the drinks I drank, it was kind of fun. Getting up from my seat at the
Wine
campfire.
drunk is totally different, bro.
Wine drunk is so much fun though. I love
Yeah,
getting
it is.
wine drunk because I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit, this feels awesome.
Yeah, this is great.
This is fucking awesome. No, but what's it called? What
Your
was I
place at
saying?
the fire. Your place at the
Oh,
fire.
yeah. No, like the drunk that I had was awesome until I had to go to the bathroom because each time I sat up from my like low freaking campfire seat, I was afraid I was just gonna like teeter and just like fall like a fucking log into the fire pit like right in front of me. But no, I drank wine, I drank a bunch of coolers, and I was the drunk enough that like, you know when you're so drunk and then you're like, I need to drink more, and all your friends are like, no, and you're like, no, I do, I have to. That was me, because I cracked open a freaking Black Fly, which I can't drink those.
I love
me
them. Really?
Me, no, I think that camping trip, I just can't touch them.
Yeah, I ruined it for you.
And they're also just way too sugary.
Mm.
I find them too sugary, which is funny because I usually only go for sugary stuff because I don't like beer. I don't like most wines because I feel like it tastes too alcohol-y, whatever. But like cocktails and coolers I can drink because I'm like, oh, it's like sugary, ahaha. But no, like Black Flies are just not it for me anymore. Same as Summersby. Summersby is kind of, I think it's the incident that's turned me away from Summersby.
What? That's actually really funny because when I was in Ottawa, we found this place called Zach's Cantina. It was really cool, and it was just like a mini rave, and they had like buckets full of like White Claws and Summersby and like a few other things, I think. And I was like, oh, I'll get a Summersby. I took one sip and I was like, oh, that's
Fuck.
bringing back some Memories. I still finished it, but like I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, didn't realize that this was here. Fuck.
Yeah.
You have PTSD with Summersby, Jack Daniels.
I have no other choice. I don't like White Claws. I think they're overrated.
Oh, I agree. They are definitely overrated. I don't mind them. Like, I'll drink them if they're there, but they're not like my first choice. I'm kind of like, okay. But yeah, no, I think like seeing you throw up while drinking Summersby, my brain's just like, nope, we can't drink that anymore.
Well, it was the Jack Daniels for sure.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it wasn't the fact that like it wasn't because you also had Summersby. Like, it was more of like I saw you actually throwing up with that. Exactly, I'm associating it with it. So that's why my brain's like, nope, we can't drink Summersby anymore. No, 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 no. But yeah, and so I was so drunk that I was like, oh, I just opened this Black Fly. Guess I have to finish it. And my roommate was like, Sam, no. And I was like, Sam, no. Yes.
Sam, no. Sam, yes.
Yes. Sam has to finish this drink now. I didn't. He ended up taking it and dumping it. But I have like pictures of me like teetering to the bathroom. I think I took a video and the video literally starts and it's pitch black. You can't see anything because it's like 2 a.m. while I'm doing this. But in the video, I'm like, hey, Vlog Nation. I like vlogged. I was like, hey, Vlog Nation, I'm taking you to the bathroom with me. Didn't film me actually going to the bathroom. I have some thoughts in my head when I'm drunk, but I filmed the way over there. But like, yeah, like there was one point in the night where one of my roommates who was also drunk was like, we have watermelon that we haven't touched. Let's crack open some watermelon at like 1:30 in the morning. And me and my other friend was like, fuck yeah, it's watermelon time. And there is a picture of me hunched over a half of a watermelon with my hood up, looking like an absolute bridge goblin. You haven't seen it? Wait, I'll have to send it to you. But I like just picture me sitting on a picnic table seat, hunched over with half of a watermelon in one arm, and like my other hand I'm like covering my mouth because I think I took a bite of watermelon when my friend took this picture. I'm like mid laugh with watermelon in my mouth and just the flash is going because it's like pitch black. I've never seen a more cursed picture of me, and my roommate managed to get that, and it's fucking hilarious. But my other friend who joined in on eating the watermelon, he doesn't even like watermelon. He told us while he was eating it, he's like, yeah, I don't even like watermelon that much. And we're like, well, then why are you eating it? Because he had the other half, and he was going balls to the wall, hand shoving into the watermelon, grabbing handfuls of it and eating it like we like fucking de-evolutionized back to like when we were monkeys. And he was just like fisting hands of fucking watermelon, eating it, and I was like, dude. Yeah, the next morning I was it was so bad.
Yeah.
I remember waking up and I was like, oh my God, I have such a clear conscience. I don't have a headache. Like I am just simply better. I didn't get a hangover. I didn't get a hangover. Like, this is great. And then 15 minutes goes by and I'm like, oh, my head's kind of hurting. And then like 20 minutes go by and I'm like, oh, I'm still feeling a bit off, like still feeling a bit out of it. And then we pack up the cars, which took fucking forever because we were one car down. So we had people sitting on other people's laps trying to get everyone back home. Like, it was a mess. And then we get in the car and me and my two roommates, or two of my roommates, whatever, we were in a car and we're trying to find a place to eat, and we pull up to the Tim Hortons, and I thought I was going to fucking throw up on that Tim Hortons floor, dude. Like, I walked in and I was like, holy fuck. Because I'm not a person who throws up. If I have like a stomach bug, I just feel like shit, but I never throw up. I've thrown up a couple times in my life. But I'm not someone who throws up. And I remember being in that Tim Hortons and I was like, the last time I threw up was probably like 10th grade, and it's gonna be today. Like, I'm like, it's gonna fucking happen. And it didn't help that my roommate got like a breakfast sandwich, and he wanted to get a bacon one, but they only had this gross maple bacon sandwich, and so the whole car just smelled like artificial shitty maple syrup. Yeah. And I was like, ugh. I don't think he ended up eating it. I think he took like a bite and was like, this is shit, I don't want to eat this. Yeah. But I remember I got a smoothie, and I got like a donut, I think, and a hash brown, because I like read online that like greasy food apparently is good for like hangovers.
Yeah. I literally messaged my sister-in-law after the incident, and I was like, please tell me how to cure a hangover.
Yeah. How do I fix this?
Seafood. And I was like, that seems not correct. This seems like this is a bad idea.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be the opposite.
Yeah, I also messaged one of my brother's friends who have known like most of my life, and he's like, what were you drinking last night? I was like, Jack Daniels. And he's like, all right, take a shot of Jack.
Did he actually?
That works. Yeah, he did. Apparently that works. But like, I was too fucking nauseous to try that. That was like, no, thank you. I don't think I can get that down right now.
That's not happening.
Oh my god, I just have I found the picture of before we started drinking, of like me with my bottles and
yeah, because you posted it on the story, on your Instagram story. Actually, no. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I've heard people say like, if you're hungover, like drink more alcohol, because it like,
if you don't stop drinking, the hangover never happens, right? Am I right? Right?
Basically.
Yeah.
But no, I ate that freaking donut and hash brown, and then I felt a little bit better, and then I fucking clocked out for the rest of the ride.
Yeah.
I fell asleep, and I was like, nope, I'm done. And luckily by the time I got home, I was good. Like, I felt fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was the first and only time as of right now that I've ever experienced a hangover. So
I've had 2 in my lifetime, I think.
Was the other one your brother's wedding?
Yeah, no, my brother's birthday.
Oh,
this
right.
Is also kind of an interesting story, actually. So my brother's birthday fell on a Friday, and I had the Ghost concert the next day, and I promised myself I was not going to drink too much.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was, I went to his birthday, there was a whole bar, and there was people that I haven't seen in a long time. They haven't seen me since, like, pretty much my brother's wedding, which was, like, I think I was in grade 10. So, like, since I was a minor, like,
yeah.
These people haven't seen me. They're like, oh, shit, like, let's take a shot. Let's do this. And I was like, all right, okay. And then I got super fucking wasted. The next day, woke up, threw up, went back to sleep, woke up, and we needed to be out of there by noon latest, because I need to go back to my place, shower, get dressed, and fucking go to the Ghost concert.
Yeah, basically get on a train.
Get on a train to go to the Ghost concert.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, Sam. I threw up. I didn't eat. I couldn't even drink water properly. So I was standing in line. I had VIP tickets, so it wouldn't have been like super bad, but like I was standing in line in the sun for 2 hours with nothing in my system, and like trying to sip on this warm Gatorade, trying to get some electrolytes before they take it away from me.
Not the warm Gatorade.
And Ghost had 2 opening acts. So
I
was there from 3 p.m. to like, I don't even remember. Like I was there from 3 p.m. I was, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, but once Ghost came out, I was fine. Like, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But like afterwards, I was like, I need water, and I'm not paying fucking $8 for water.
Yeah.
At the fucking stadium.
No, exactly.
So we had to we quickly went to a restaurant because we already had a restaurant in mind. Oh, pro tip: keep a restaurant in mind for after a concert always, so that you can rush out and get there before everyone else.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
We got there, and I was like, the waitress came over. She's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "I am hung over, and I just have to go to a fucking concert, front row, barricade, front row."
Yeah.
It was hell on earth.
Like if I was as hungover as I was when I left like camping, when I left the camping trip, but if I had to get on a train with that hangover, I think I would just cry. I think I would just cry. You were fighting demons.
My life, bro.
God.
It was so bad.
But
Like
that's
we've just been talking about drinking.
I was gonna say, I'm like, the other, like, our last recording, we were, like, talking about a bunch of other stuff, and then this one, it's only been drinking. We're like, yeah, this is, like...
Which I guess is fitting, because our first ever episode was a drunk podcast.
It was a drunk podcast. Wait,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I don't really have any stories of where I was, like, really high. I could talk about, like, the highest I think I've been, but even then, like, nothing crazy happened.
At my house?
It was definitely up there. But I think,
you kept going.
we went from...
I was fine. You were gone.
I knew that I was gone when I could not remember the ride back home. I took a half-hour train and then, like, buses and, like, subways and shit to get home. And I remember you dropping me off at the train station, and then it was blank, and then I remember emerging from my subway stop and being like, oh, I'm home. This is great.
That was really funny, because, like, pretty much as soon as you got here,
we just started smoking.
We just started smoking weed, and of course I was fine. Like I was like a decent level of stoned, but like my tolerance has gone up a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
So I was fine. But like that 20, literally the moment we woke up the next day is when we started again.
Yeah. We basically wake and baked.
Waked and baked, and I don't do that often, but it's pretty nice. And I noticed Sam was like, man, this is I'm kind of a stone right now. And I was like, yeah, I think you are. And the munchies hit so fucking hard that day. We finished a cheesecake, chips, pizza and wings.
Yeah, we fucking feasted. And to be fair, the night before, I was at a fucking banquet.
Yeah. I
was at a school banquet for a scholarship I received, and so I already had a whole ass meal there. Yeah. I had like a 3-course meal, like appetizer, main course, dessert, and
I had ordered pizza and wings for when you got there.
And so then we got to your place. I was still kind of full. We smoked. I ate a bit. And then, like, we just kept smoking. So I had so much to eat those 2 days. Because I think I didn't eat nearly as much as I did the night than I did in the morning.
Yeah, the next day we ate a lot, dude. Like, a lot. Even I was like, whoa, bro. We are feasting.
Holy fuck. But that's definitely one of the highest I've been. I know, like, the other time, like, there's been a couple times where like I've just gotten high and I've been smoking, and I smoke and I'm like, oh, it's not hitting me, like, this isn't too bad, so I'll just keep smoking with my friends. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, no. Like, I didn't even want to be this high, but, like, Jesus Christ.
Here we are.
We're here now. We're gonna have to roll with it. Like, oh, fuck. Yeah. But, like, we out here. We out here. But, yeah, no, I think that the highest I probably have been was at your house because I remember I got on the train and I was like, oh, this is peaceful. I'm just watching, I'm listening to music, this is great. I got on the subway. I remember there was one point in the subway where I became, like, self-aware, and I was like, whoa, that I'm on the subway. Whoa. I'm looking at a dude. He probably thought I was staring at him and I was being weird. I was just so stoned out of my mind. And he was kind of a pretty dude. And so I was just looking at him and I was like, he's a pretty dude. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm on the subway. Like, I'm in a public area right now. Yeah. And then I fucking clocked out again. And then I clocked back in when I was walking home. And I was like, oh, I'm home. Oh, okay.
I'm here. Okay.
That's how bad it was. But what's been your, like,
my highest. Well, the first time I got, like, ridiculously stoned, do you remember my birthday bonfire? I was absolutely legal age.
Yep.
100%. So this is when we were both in college, and this was the first year, and I had a birthday bonfire with
We
some of my
had
college friends.
only known each other for like a month at that point.
Yeah, but I had
Yeah.
already taken you in, and I was like, "This is my friend."
This is my friend. She's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I thought that I was gonna get somewhat drunk that night, but no, something else happened. I took my first bong hit of my life. I took
That
it
kind of
like a
scary.
champ too.
You
I
did.
had I had already smoked a J, and I was
Mm-hmm.
fine. I was comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of our friends, Ashley, she brought out her bong, and I was like, "Hey, do you think I could try?" She's like, "Yeah, it's your birthday. Have you ever done it before?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "I love taking people's bong virginity." I was like, "All right." So we took a bong rip, and I was fine. I was fine, and then I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" So what happened is one of our other friends wanted to go for a walk, and we took him for a walk. It was me and Ashley. Ashley had to pee, and it was just me and our friend at that point. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember looking at the moon, and I felt it creep up on me, and I was like, "Okay, this is happening." I'm like, "We should go back because I don't want to get lost or anything while I'm this stoned." Because I
Mm-hmm.
knew it. If you haven't
You
done
could
it before,
you could feel it coming.
yeah, I felt it crawling up
Mm-hmm.
to my brain. I was like, "We need to go." Halfway through, I didn't know how we got back. Got back, and I was like, "Whoa, this is insane." I sat down. I sat down on the firewood. I sat down on the
Oh
firewood,
yeah, I remember that.
and I at certain points I was like, "Hey, did this wood turn back into the rock I was sitting on?" Everyone's like, "No, you're still sitting on the fire." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll wait a few before it turns into the into the into the stone that I
So
was sitting on." But that wasn't the highest I'd ever been. That was a fun night though.
I
The
remember
highest,
I remember that night. I remember I was sitting beside you,
yeah,
and then our friend Mackenzie was on the other side. And I
yeah.
remember at one point you just kept hugging Mackenzie. You're like, like, oh god, what is happening?
I get very lovey.
But I
Yeah.
remember I took out my phone and I put like a Snapchat filter on your face.
I was like, "Oh, don't do that. That's freaking me out."
Yeah, because it was like a devil one. It gave you like little horns and like red eyes, and you're like,
Which
oh!
is insane because that's like my look.
That's your
my
look. Literally, your picture right now is
literally
you
my
with
picture right now. Like,
and
that's my,
the fucking the podcast like cover is you with
yeah,
horns on it.
my whole thing, dude.
That's your whole thing. And I remember I showed you it. And you're like, "That's freaking me out. Don't do that."
Freaking me out, don't do that.
I was like, "Oh my
So
bad."
it was because like I had like dabbled in weed, but that was like the first time I like smoked with people who weren't my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I got higher than I intended to. And I was like, I don't know what's gonna freak me out, so I'm just gonna be safe. And like anything that I think potentially could freak me out, I'm gonna fucking eliminate right now.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah. But that wasn't the highest I'd ever been. The highest, I think, even to this point, and I've done a lot up until this point, uh, was New Year's of I think it was New Year's 2022. So my brother was like, "Hey, I'm having a few of my friends over. Like, do you want to come over, just chill?" And I'm like, "Great, cool." I left work. His friend picked me up from work, and he's like, I packed a bowl for you." And I was like, "Great," because it's an hour-long drive to my brother's place, and
Mm-hmm.
I smoked a bowl in the parking lot. And the ride up was very nice. It was very calm. Music was there, and I was like looking out the scenic route and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
then got to my brother's house. He's smoking in the garage with his friend.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we join. And then again, my brother has probably been smoking since before I was born.
Yeah.
And so their tolerances are like ridiculously high, and I had like almost zero tolerance at that point. So they kept going out smoking, and I kept going out with them smoking. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay, I'm stoned. I feel good. Like I'm pretty stoned, and I feel good." But then Jason brought out an edible, and this edible was 75 milligrams. I intended to take the smallest bite. Did that happen? No. I accidentally ate half of the fucking gummy.
My God.
That's like 35 milligrams. And now like that's not a lot to me now, but like then
It was.
But it like combined with how much we were smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, and then I smoked a little bit more after that too. But then I was like, no, I sat down and I was like, holy fuck, this is intense. It was. I don't even know how to describe it, bro. Like it started to freak me out at one point. We sat down, we were having burgers because my brother made burgers, and we were about to eat, and I started to like internally, like I didn't show it, but like internally I was like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna have an anxiety attack or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was that bad. And then we were watching The Office, and we had good food, and I was with people that I trust with my life, and I was like, okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna be okay. There's nothing to panic about. There's like, I just got a little bit more stoned than I intended. This is fine. It's okay. And then I brought myself down. And then the rest of the night, I went nonverbal. I was fucking nonverbal. Every time someone tried to interact with me, the only way I would respond was laughing. I would just laugh at them. And it was, oh, dude, it was actually, it was pretty awesome. But yeah, that was the most stoned I'd ever been.
You've ever been, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure like a year from now we'll probably do another episode. We'll like ask this question again and be like, what's the most stoned or like the most drunk we've ever been? And there's probably gonna be a new story.
We should do yearly updates.
Like a year in review. Was this still the drunkest or highest you've ever been, or is there a new story?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Should we just end it there? Us talking about our drunk and high stories. Talking about all the times we've been fucking idiots.
Oh yeah, for sure. This would look so good for our bosses.
Or yeah, for our future careers. This will look so good for us.
But you know what? Hey, like we were safe, we were of age, and yeah,
exactly.
You know, sometimes you just want to have a good time, and you have a good time.
Yeah, the lesson to take away from this, if you've listened this far, is to, if you want to get very intoxicated, do it in a safe manner with people you trust and in a situation where you don't have to, like, travel. Because, to be fair, like, when I got high, I traveled, but I don't drive. I take public transport, you know, like, public transit. So, do it in a safe way, do it of age, with people you trust.
Always be safe.
Yeah.
Always be safe.
And you'll be good.
Yeah.
Because nothing bad happened.
Yeah,
we just talked about funny things that we did while we were doing it. Yeah. I feel like we're like defending, we're like, Your Honor, I plead not guilty.
Borderline addiction to fucking substance.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine, yeah. It's as long as you have a good time and no one gets hurt, then you're good. You're good. Yeah. No one got hurt. Yeah. Maybe you're like mentals or, you know. But like it's only
one point that I ever slightly panicked, but I brought myself down. Like it's not something that's not handleable.
Exactly.
Did I say that right?
It is now.
Oh, it is now.
It is now. No, but that's the thing. Like, as long as you do it in a safe manner, and then, like, you know, like, sometimes, like, you'll have a reaction that you're not expecting, but then you just know not to do it again. You'll live and you learn. You learn, and then you're like, all right, that happened, and I'm never going to let that happen again. Exactly. And that's kind of why I'm, like, I always say this, and every single time I say this, like, the people around me are always like, no, you don't want to. But, like, I've never gotten, like, blackout drunk before. I've never been that drunk before. Part of me wants to. Just to feel it. I know. Exactly. I know I'd probably hate every second of it. At least the hangover. But, like, part of me wants to experience it once so that I can experience it. But that's not, like... Next time. Next time. And a year from now, we can talk about our experiences getting blackout drunk. Whenever that happens. Yeah. But yeah. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the podcast. When will the next one be out? I have no idea. We're still trying to figure that out because before we're in our
trial and error phase.
Exactly.
Figuring stuff out.
Like how we figured out that the last hour we recorded we didn't hear Sav. Trial and error, everybody.
Actually devastating, bro.
You
We
live
talked about
and you
so
learn.
many things.
We did. But yeah, because I know before we were doing like every like 2 weeks there was an episode.
Yeah.
I work full time. And
We can
stuff
try
like that.
to do that, but
Yeah,
there's no
it'll probably
guarantee, no
be-
schedule yet.
No, exactly. No schedule yet, but like you'll hear from us again.
Yeah, we're not. This is
That sounds like
it wasn't goodbye last time either.
No,
It just
exactly.
took
It
a
was
little
just-
long-
it was-
It won't take a year. I promise that. It won't take over a year now.
Yeah, no.
But
No, exactly. Soon. But yeah, we'll see you guys later.
yeah.
Bye!